Out here in the backcountry of the Monongahela, the trees are vibrant in color. They're shedding their leaves to brace for winter. And I couldn't think of a better season than to communicate the revived vision of this channel and the core values that guide it, starting with transmutation. So I hope you'll stick around, because things are about to change. There's nothing like fall in the Monongahela. Crisp air, the trees are on fire with color, and the backcountry roads are half the adventure. And that's exactly why I decided to bring the Nissan Patrol out to Laurel Fork Wilderness. It's more than a vehicle. It's a 4x4 rugged tool that allows me to access backcountry campsites. And driving the Patrol is a more rustic experience. It's a little bit more stressful because you're constantly paying attention to all the sounds and kind of vibrations it makes. But it's a way to connect more deeply into the backcountry. And this year has been a real season of change. As some of you may know from watching the podcast, back in February I lost my job, a path I had been on for the last 18 years. But the beauty of fall is it shows us how to shed what's no longer working for us and to brace for a hard winter. The Monongahela National Forest is one of my favorite places. It's over 900 acres of dense hardwood forests, high elevation bogs, and sweeping ridges. And that's exactly why I came out to the Laurel Fork Wilderness area. It's a place where wild trout streams cut through deep valleys, leading to backcountry campsites. And I came here with one thing in mind, to share what I've been building behind the scenes, the revived vision, mission, and values for this channel. You see, the vision for this channel is very simple. It's to build something bigger than myself, something that is shareable, valuable, and meaningful to others. And the mission is just as clear. It's to inspire play as adults through exploration, adventure, and discovery. Because when we do this, we fuel creativity, wellness, and deepen our relationships and connections to ourselves, to others, and to nature. To bring this mission to life, the channel is going to produce 3 types of content. The first one is what I'm calling information acquisition. These are informational, educational, or how-to videos. Similar to the recent videos I uploaded on how to import a Patrol or why I chose the Patrol. And the second form of content will be adventure-based storytelling. These will be films on overlanding, mountain biking, bike packing, pack rafting, hiking, or camping. We'll talk about routes, rig setup, and the purpose of these videos will be really to inspire community, adventure, exploration, and discovery out in nature. And the third form of long video content will be the podcast series, Where the Pavement Ends. This will be a hybrid approach of both information acquisition and storytelling. I host Where the Pavement Ends with my good friend Terrell Graham. The podcast is really what drove this transformation of the channel. Sure, it's a place where we talk about rigs and overland routes, but it's also a space where we can share what adventure teaches us. Terrell brings the perspective of 2 decades of military service. He's also had numerous overland builds. And me, well, I bring over 18 years of experience living in over 10 different countries. And together, we combine our experience to talk about how embracing the wild allows us to live a more meaningful life. And everything we create, whether it's an overland video, a podcast series, or a gear video, it's all guided by the same set of values. And so with that, this channel is guided by 5 values. They are authenticity, transmutation, courage, collaboration, and curiosity. These 5 values will guide every single video that we create on this channel. And of those 5 values, the one that feels the most personal right now is transmutation. And I want to dive a little bit deeper into that one. You see, transmutation goes way beyond transformation. It's about taking the hardest parts of life, losing a job, failing, being stretched to your limits, and literally converting them into something totally different. And in my case, that's renewal and regrowth. And just like fire turns wood into heat, adversity turns us into who we're meant to be. Because the pain, the suffering, the challenge, the discomfort, those are actually the very things that we need to be working on ourselves. Because on the other side of that, we learn a little bit more about who we are. And then nothing becomes too big or small. It's all part of the path. And so this channel is my transmutation, turning this season of uncertainty into lifelong learning and creative living. Ain't that right, Jaya? A big part of transmutation is learning to trust the process, even if you don't know where it's going to take you next. But so long as you get up every day and you know the one thing that you need to work on, which is you, everything will turn out all right. And this makes not knowing where the road leads us all the more exciting. That's the point. This is about trusting the process, trusting in yourself, trusting in nature, trusting in the co-creation process, and trusting that all of this will guide you to exactly where you need to be. And when you see it that way, you realize there are no wrong doors, no dead ends, and no wrong turns. They're all the path that you're on. And that path is always the one for you. And the most important thing to know is you don't have to do it alone. If you create a network of support around you, it'll make the process that more enjoyable. And see, that's where you really come in. I see all of my viewers and subscribers as collaborators. Through your comments, through your questions, through your feedback, you will serve as my compass in terms of what kind of content to create, where I need to adapt, and what I should avoid. And so in essence, you're a part of the co-creation process. So I hope you'll join me in building this channel together. And what that looks like is the 3 types of video content I described earlier: information acquisition, adventure-based films, and the podcast series Where the Pavement Ends. So I hope you'll join me. Now I have 2 vehicles for adventure. The Patrol is my weekend warrior on fall crisp days like this, or when I want to tackle tougher tracks, or just enjoy the simplicity of a swag tent. And the Ford Ranger with the 4-wheel camper, well, that's my long haul overland rig. I use that more for base camps, for mountain biking, hiking, pack rafting, bike packing, or other outdoor adventures. But the Patrol, well, that's my legacy vehicle. Driving it keeps me grounded. And an old 4x4 isn't just a machine. It teaches you. It always asks something of you. It makes you pay attention. And believe me, you feel every gear, every rattle, every bump. But the beauty of it is that it forces you to deal with things as they are, not how you wish they were. And with these old rigs, a small change can make a big difference. And every repair, every setback, and every challenge that I solve on the trail reminds me that that's where growth happens. And you don't learn much on perfect roads, just like you don't grow much in comfort. You actually need pain, suffering, and discomfort to expand. Because those feelings are mutualistic to success, achievement, and triumph. You couldn't have those things without the mutualistic relationship between the two. And that's why they're necessary for transformation and transmutation to occur. And that's why I love sharing this journey. Because the channel isn't just about showing where I go or what I drive. It's about what every hard moment teaches us, about pushing ourselves. and how adventure, exploration, and discovery build stronger connections to ourselves, to nature, and to our community. And that's why I love overlanding and getting out in old 4x4 rigs like the Nissan Patrol. And it's also that feeling, that enthusiasm that drives the podcast Where the Pavement Ends. So if this resonates with you and you're ready to shed what's heavy to what's weighing you down, to find what matters, or are just simply curious about how these big life changes are having an impact on my own personal life, then I ask you to join me, subscribe, hit the like button, and comment down below on what life changes you're navigating and how nature or overlanding, touring, or safari have really inspired you to just get outside and live a more meaningful, connected life. Because that's what this channel is really all about. It's all about how adventure, exploration, and discovery just bring more value to the way we live. It's about that play as adults, getting outside, driving an old 4x4 rig, mountain biking, camping, hiking, you name it. But the essence is all the same. It connects us more deeply to ourselves, to our community, to nature, and to the land. And that's what I love about doing this stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this content. I'm really looking forward to making more of these value-based videos so that I can bring you on this journey with me and see where it takes us. Because we all know the best adventures are where the pavement ends.